Alright guys, welcome back to the Abyss. I'm Azag. I got a pretty good collection update for you from Hell's Headbangers, so let's see what we got. Alright, so first off, some free shit. Who doesn't like free shit? There's a Hell's Headbangers Need Metal Go to Hell, promo sticker. That one's really glossy, I apologize, but yeah, some cool artwork. I'll definitely hang on to that one. This next one's album art for Grandiose Malice, the Eternal Infernal album that came out last year. Killer album, US Black Death. We'll get onto them later. They're actually in this collection update, so we'll be talking about that more in a minute. And to be honest, the one that I was really surprised with, they threw this in for order in a certain amount, as they always do. Haxan's 2017 full-length Loch Ness Rising. This is just a really good black metal with attitude, USBM. Just killer. Of course, we all know Killjoy passed away, unfortunately, and his vocals on this album were absolutely insane. This is probably my second favorite release of last year, 2017. And, unfortunately, with passing of Killjoy, it'll probably be the last we see of Haxan. It's just black vinyl. I won't bother pulling it out. It's the logo there on the front. But if you haven't checked this out, I highly recommend picking it up, or at least getting on YouTube or something and, give it a listen. It's definitely worth your time and effort. So let's move on and see what else we got. All right, so let's keep rolling here. First album I want to show, Perdition Temple. This is the 2015 release. These guys are from Tampa, Florida. Just really good, raw and nasty, good old-fashioned United States Black Death here. Like I said, this one came out in 2015. And if you like bands like Abysmal Lord, things like that, just gritty, raw Black Death, highly recommend checking this one out. 2015 from Hell's Headbangers. Definitely worth your time. Moving along, Slop Bath. All right, these guys are from Chile. I'm not sure on the city offhand, but this is really good, gritty ass raw black metal. This one came out in 2017. Like I said, they're from Chile. Really been fascinated with the South American and Central America black metal releases lately. A lot of underrated bands. A lot of people don't give that section of the world a chance, but I highly recommend you digging into these guys. Like I said, this is Slop Bath with Contempt, War, and Damnation, 2015. Moving up the coast a little bit to Mexico. This is Forest of Doom. This is the A5 version of their album Ruins of the Forgotten. This is actually a 2010 release that I stumbled across online and enjoyed the hell out of it, so I figured I'd look for it, and luckily Hell's Headbangers had a copy. It's good. So again, it's gloomy and doomy. It's nice and raw, and nothing wrong with this album at all. I highly recommend that. That's Forest of Doom. I believe they still have some of these left at Hell's Headbangers if you're interested, but it's pretty good. Kind of taking a jump from that Latin America theme all the way to Russia. This is Good Cider, or God Cider. I'm not sure really how you pronounce that. Not much to it. It's on just gloss black. There's no writing on the cassette. It does have a J card in there with some just inverted color photos of the band there. It's a solo project. It's good do-it-yourself raw black metal out of Russia. I mean, I don't see why anybody would not dig this. Like I said, I was stoked to even find a physical copy, nabbed it on cassette. It's really good. I highly recommend checking them out as well. Like I said, you're probably going to hear that like beating a dead horse, but I didn't pick up a bad title this time around. This is probably one of the better hauls I've gotten in a while. But yeah, Good Cider, God Cider, not sure how you pronounce that. The album is Triumph V. Go give them a try. All right, so moving on. This is Morker with Hostmaker. And probably butchered both of those, but yeah, Morker's from Sweden. I'm sure that's not even close on the pronunciation again, but they're out of Sweden. Black metal, This album actually came out in 2008, and I found this to be kind of a peaceful listen. I mean, it takes good old school kind of raw black metal, and does a good job of mixing in a lot of atmospheric elements, some melodic elements, and there at times it even like epic folk black metal. They're really good, and he pulled it together well. Like I said, this is a Swedish band. Been together since about 2004, I believe. I'll show you some of the photos of the band here in the booklet. But yeah, like I said, very peaceful, kind of unique. You know, weren't afraid to mix guitar solos and with some epic stuff, and said some atmospheric and some raw sounding stuff, and it was peaceful to listen to. I was actually really shocked. This was a blind buy, and then ended up being one of my favorite ones in this haul. So, Morker, definitely check these guys out. Not sure what record label this is on, Northern Silence, but picked this up through Headbangers, and was pleasantly surprised, kind of blown away, honestly. But all right, let's stop dragging here and get moving. Medieval Demon. All right, this is a Medieval Necromancy. This came out this year, 2018 release off Hell's Headbangers. And these guys are from Greece, actually. I'm sure I'll hear about some of the imagery, but yeah, melodic black metal out of Greece. Good artwork, solid release. I mean, everybody wants to compare melodic black metal of any kind to bands like Dissection, which is fair, but this is much more raw than Dissection. Very gritty. It's fast. It's heavy. I mean, it's a good mix of you know, melodic, and it's got some thrashy death metal parts in there as well. But highly recommend this one if you're looking for some maybe sleeper 2018 albums. Maybe check this one out. This is, like I said, Medieval Necromancy from Medieval Demon. A lot of tracks like Vampirism, that kind of stuff, Misanthropy. Really good album so far. I'm gonna need to give it another spin just to, you know, get my final thoughts on it, but really enjoyed it the first time through. All right, so I'm down to the last two albums that I want to show. This next one is a reissue from Profanatica. This is their compilation, Enemy of Virtue. And this is on a really, really good hardback. It's perfect bound, just like a textbook. Really sturdy, glossy. It just looks insane. Like I said, Enemy of Virtue compilation. I believe it originally came out in 2006. And this is super high quality on the cover here in the case. So there are about 25 tracks on the first disc. Kind of go through them a little bit. You can see everything's high gloss, really thick, sturdy pages. Really, really killer album. Kind of goes through, takes bits and pieces from everything they put out before this, and it goes through and shows the front of each of those albums. Kind of run through them quickly here. But yeah, if you like United States black metal at all, Black Death, anything like that, I think you'll highly enjoy Profanatica if you haven't sat down and gave them much of a chance. I don't know why you wouldn't at this point. I also got a flag with this, which it's already up on the wall. I got kind of impatient. There's the back art with the 6-track disc 2. But yeah, I'll show that in a later video when I get into some of my collectibles, things like that I have around the room. But yeah, if you haven't, or you just want to add to your Profanatica collection and you don't have this hard copy, I would definitely head over and see if they have some more of these available. And I got it pretty cheap, so I was pretty pleased with that. All right, lastly, talked about them earlier, Grandiose Malice, Eternal Infernal. Just a killer, raw, grimy Black Death from the U.S. For those of you that are fans of Black Witchery, will probably love this. There's a memorial there from former Black Witchery guitarist Steve Tregenda Childers, I believe is how you say his name. After leaving Black Witchery, he formed Grandiose Malice of sorts. I wouldn't say formed it, but there's a nice little tribute to him in photos there over his career. Basically, this is a bunch of unreleased demo work and things like that and recorded tracks that he was working on over time individually. You know, show a little memorial in the back for him. This is some really cool artwork. Apologize for the focus, but yeah, if you're into black butchery, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out if you had not. Similar in vein, just raw, nasty, Black Death. You know, and it's a good honor for a legendary guitarist from Black Butchery and Grandiose Malice. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. They still have this on Hell's Headbangers, obviously. And also with that, the sticker I showed earlier. This is definitely going to make its way either onto my studio. Whoa. All right, sorry about that. It's going to make its way onto my studio desk or maybe on my guitar case or something like that. But I don't know if you can see it. No, not really. Yeah, Grandiose Malice, Eternal Infernal. Highly recommend checking that one out. That one came out last year, like I said. But man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this camera, but I apologize. But anyway, that wraps up my Hell's Headbangers haul. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you found something new. But yeah, stick around and we'll be back with some more videos soon. Hails and horns, everybody.